Goodness gracious. It's another episode of Dollhouse. I'm sorry I had to start out like that. I thought, why not? But, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. This is episode number 4 for season 2, which is titled Belonging. Yeah, I'm pretty much looking forward. We've had 3 juicy episodes that have slowly been building towards where we're going to be heading with the fall of the Dollhouse with episode 1. So I'm really excited to see when we're going to make this descent on the roller coaster, because I feel like the first 3 episodes and maybe this episode has this incline, and then episode 5 or episode 6 we're going to go ooh. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how things do proceed, because we've had some very, very interesting episodes whilst we've been building up towards basically Doomsday, the apocalypse, especially last episode, which was absolutely terrifying. Of course, Terry gave a spine-chilling presentation in terms of his character, even in multiple bodies, especially Victor, because like I said, I heavily praised Edward for his performance in episode 3 with when he was voicing Terry. I'm just dying, that's great. But yeah, like I said, it was a very, very chilling and disturbing episode, and I feel like whilst it's not saying much because it's only been 3 episodes, it's my favourite so far of Season 2. Just with how everything flowed and the performances, it was just really, really good stuff. And Paul was absolutely amazing as well when he was interrogating Terry. So I really loved how last episode proceeded. This is episode 4 of Dollhouse, titled Belonging. Looking forward to this. Let's go.
Hey, do they have royalty in Australia?
We have a queen, yes. But it's the same one they have in England. Fickle bitch.
Oh, speaking of princes.
Wow. Wow.
Not my type.
Why not? You're certainly his.
Not
So,
hers.
what are you doing with all these pieces anyway?
Perhaps it is a reflection of you, no? Free, always
smooth.
moving, searching for something better?
I don't need better.
No. You move because there is wind.
Do you want to get out of here?
I'd love to.
Okay.
There's the
We can
bait.
talk some more about Nolan.
All in your head, get off me!
I'm sorry.
This is manipulative. Don't like it.
I don't do anything.
Stop it!
Creep!
You disgust me! Nothing in this world could ever make me love you.
No means no. Sip your cider and piss off. And oh my god. You are just the worst. Nolan pisses me off. He pissed me off before, he pisses me off now.
It's a fairly primitive rendition. I'm not sure if this is a man, let alone which one.
You're not looking hard enough. You never do.
Ooh, that shade.
What's the word on this?
Adults
repeat
capable of
crime
throwing shade.
Sierra's been seeing. I helped her.
I didn't ask.
Topher.
Is that where your hunch came from?
Yeah, it's Sierra's.
It's great that he's
Echo
growing
brought
that
it to me.
concern.
You're taking matters into your own hands.
They're in my shirt.
It's the alpha, watch your step thing all over again.
What are you up to, girl?
He owns the whole complex, and he has a penthouse office there. Sierra
Just
went to see him.
Just make me
this
hate
get
him
by the
further.
We gotta tell her. She's gonna flip her biscuits.
I would.
Unless- You don't think she already knows?
She does now.
Ah.
Thank you so much for
Well-
coming in, Dr. Kennard.
Your policy, right? You're gonna imprint her, and you're gonna send her to me. Forever.
Excuse me?
Fuck
do it by the
you.
end of business today. I'll see to it you keep your job.
This guy's a manipulating piece of shit who needs to fly out of a window and hit the fucking traffic. I don't like him.
You two. Or we'll find someone who will. And I promise, you wouldn't like the early retirement plan.
The attic?
Imprint the girl, send her to him, close the account.
Can I just... I am one moment away from snapping. Oh.
Charge. I don't want to take charge.
Oh. Sierra didn't know.
This is not a judgment. You always take very good care of your toys. But you're simply going to have to let this one go.
Ah, what the heck?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll wait for you right here.
Wow, my heart's shattering for Victor, but for Topher as well. Whoa! I'll need to pause on that and read all the names later, but holy dang, or the words, should I say.
Topher, have you completed your report on Sierra's last engagement?
Oh, you mean her last engagement ever? How about a verbal report? Hearn's an idiot.
Thanks for the treatment, Shaggy.
No problem. I can't remember your name today.
Hell?
You're in Los Angeles. I can understand a mix-up.
You're in a medical facility?
Wow.
No! No!
Would you like to leave this place?
It's just so heartbreaking knowing what Nolan has done.
Yes. Yes. Help me. Help me, please. Shh.
We're drowns, happy as we are, thinking our sustain.
I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty heartbreaking. Like, not just seeing... yeah. Oh!
You're here to stay? I have you to myself.
Was that back in episode 1? That's when they first got oh god!
Did you want me wide-eyed and demure? Or stupid? Did you want me to be a mute?
You know?
Which is it, Nolan? Which fantasy did you want to keep forever?
I was gonna say you could rip him a new one, but thank you for...
You just couldn't take no for an answer.
Some of the words. It's fun. Exercising our brains makes us our best.
Uh-oh. He's like, I know the game you're playing, Echo, so don't play dumb with me.
When did you learn how to lie?
Am I in trouble?
Not for me. But there are people who would be very upset if they knew what you were doing.
They need to wake up.
Echo, you stir things up. You might bring the storm on yourself.
I love how he's being protective.
I'm not your lab
Like,
rat
he's
anymore,
not
Nolan.
angry, he's
I'm
just
free,
concerned.
It feels good.
What, you came to get revenge?
I didn't think I was faithful to you.
Good on Topher, though, for putting the original in her.
No,
I thought he was just
something else.
reflecting.
It's someone I trust. He helps me. He thrills me.
Yeah, no, see, it worked.
No,
yeah, you
no.
told me that you love me 100 times.
I love him. I love him. So much more than I hate you.
Fuck you. My heart.
Fight fair this time.
Sierra.
You know,
You deserve to burn in the worst kind of hell.
this is a scenario I never thought of. You resisting.
Come on, Priya, come on. Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
Pack a suitcase of his clothes. Pack for warm weather. Topher. In a van outside, you'll find containers of sulfuric acid, a plastic sheet, and a bag of tools.
Oh, Lord!
What? What are you talking about?
consequences.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is gonna push the morality debate, isn't it? Oh.
I was just trying to help her. Now she's ruined.
You had a moral dilemma. You're first. And it didn't go well.
Priya does not belong in the dollhouse.
Topher!
She does now.
Got from a nightmare only to live in one. You were supposed to help me.
Try
I
to.
thought I was fooled. But I don't know if I can live with it.
My heart's
No,
gonna...
I can't. But I don't have to.
You'll have to bear it so you don't have to. Which is a show you're from.
Don't sacrifice your plan.
Did I fall asleep?
'Cause it will come back to you.
God damn it. Never thought I wanted to hug Topher, but here I am. This brother stuff. Oh! Yeah!
Make you tired, tell you lies, make you
Yes!
fall.
So Echo, good on Father Boyd once again. Holy crap. God damn it. I love this. Oh my god, that might have been one of my favourite episodes of Dollhouse. Just with how developed Topher was. How morality, like, was touched upon again, but it really felt there was this huge level of stress regarding morality and what is the best option? Do we let Sierra go to this rapist, this asshole, this complete see you next Tuesday that doesn't have a decent bone in his body? Or do we risk ourselves being compromised because we clung on to our morality? It was... It did take a hot second for me to realize that Topher went along with DeWitt's command, but he improvised. He gave her he gave her the original personality. I thought he was reflecting and he was like having some kind of guilt about what he was having to do. Because you could see how much this was eating Topher up, but I really loved the diversion that Topher went through because not only was he, like, I guess in terms of everyone in the dollhouse, this was like his first this was his first moral decision. Because DeWitt said he lacked morals. He sees people as toys, and there's a time in our lives that we're going to have to give our toys up, and this was his moment. But yeah, it wasn't just Topher doing what I feel was the right thing, but it gave, like, as scary as it was for Priya as well, because I do feel so bad for her having to live those moments with the fact that she killed someone, as well as Topher. Like, there's a lot of shit. This is probably going to cause a lot of, like as much as they've, tried to cover up the body, I still feel like it's going to have ramifications, but yeah, like I said, I did feel so bad for Priya and Topher and everyone. But part of me just can't help but feel like that piece of shit got what he deserved, because manipulation, like, he was a complete arse. He was an abusive piece of shit, and I don't really take abuse, especially when it comes to a relationship. Well, I hope for the worst kind of hell for the abuser. And well, now Nolan can experience that firsthand. So, yeah. Gotta say, though, I thought this was, like I said, I feel like this is the best episode, one of the best episodes of Dollhouse, definitely, because there was a lot of emotion, there was a lot of, I just loved how this episode flowed. It was really beautiful. Yeah, I gotta say that was probably one of the best episodes for Dollhouse that I have seen. It was just really, really, the way they developed, not just on Priya's story, but also Topher's character, was just done incredibly well. And the talk about morality and the ethics behind what the Dollhouse are doing was really, really beautifully conveyed. I thought the translation from script to television was powerful, because it was very, very deep stuff, and you saw people in compromising positions, because Adele is facing the same kind of punishment that Mr. Dominic had if she didn't follow her superior's orders. He's a complete dick, because he was like, you know what, this is okay by our book, so do your job and we'll have no problems. So he dismissed the concerns regarding Nolan, and yeah, as long as money comes in, as long as everyone's happy, morality's out, like, so far gone out the window at this point. Whereas Adele, she's still maintaining some handle on that morality. And yeah, Topher's also gonna, this is the thing, everyone was in a bit of a compromising position, Adele and Topher, and that's going to translate to future episodes, because he even said, like, I can live with what you've done to Sierra, or to Priya, should I say. But I don't, well, I can keep what you've done, but I don't know if I can live with it, should I say. It's funny, because it's because the actress was on the 100, so it's like the I bear it so you don't have to things going on there. So yeah, but I really, really did love how this episode transpired. I love the twist as well, with Topher following Adele's commands, but having his own little twist. Like I said, I thought that he was reflecting when he held the cartridge of Priya's original personality. It's not something that he wants to do, but it was really, really glorious for Priya to reveal herself and want to take revenge on Nolan. It was very, very satisfactory. So yeah, I know this could have potential ramifications. It's not going to have just ramifications on Topher's mindset, but also I do suspect the superiors are going to notice something's up, because they were demanding that Adele would fulfill Nolan's wish. So if they do suspect something's going on, then they've got to suspect, like, if Sierra's no longer with Nolan, then they're surely going to think something fishy is going on, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I really loved the twist going on there, with Topher making Sierra released with her original imprint. So that was pretty good stuff. I also liked the painting and how symbolic that was, with the blackness, and how Sierra always painted that, despite not liking the color, because the darkness is always there. That was really, really good stuff. And yeah, I really loved the fact that Nolan, like, they made Nolan very, very spiteful. They made you hate him so much with his actions, because, like, it's not just him physically harming Priya. It's the fact that he made her crazy. It's the fact that he messed her brain up so much, because he can get many opportunities in many different roles, like the photos, like, she was in different kinds of attires for his pleasure. This was manipulation on a manipulation is sickening anyways when it comes to a relationship. But given the technology of the Dollhouse and how aware Nolan was of it, and how he saw this as an opportunity to trap Priya. It's repulsive. Like, there was that vibe that she was that she was Nolan's slave back in Needs when she went to confront him. Topher mentioned it, the wish fulfillment exercise, how she went back to him. And that was for revenge purposes, and we got to see that open up a bit more in this episode. And you could... I think this episode did a really, really good job at showing how Priya was basically a slave to Nolan, because Nolan deprived her from humanity. She became his prisoner, and even after, like, him trapping her in this really abusive relationship, he made her crazy, making her more of a prisoner, trapping her, and ruining her life by sending her, by making sure she'd be sent to the dollhouse so he can collect her and make sure that she would love him, because Priya would never love Nolan, but if the dollhouse can manipulate her mind, he can get what he wants. And it's repulsive, and it makes you want to punch him. Well, he's got what he deserved at the end of the day. Like, you do feel so bad for Sierra, you do feel so bad for Topher, but I mean, he was going to kill her anyway, so he and after what he's done, justified in my opinion. I have a really, really strong hatred with abusers, so yeah, it might be an over-exaggeration, I don't know, but I'd say he got what he deserved, so fuck him, and I hope that he is burning in hell, if there's such a thing existing in the Dollhouse world. But no, I really loved how when Priya went back and she revealed her true self, she did confess her love to Victor. I think we all had an idea of who she meant when she said, I know that I have this love for this guy, but I just haven't met him yet. We had a feeling, and it's so beautiful that even, like, no matter what, there is a connection between Victor and Sierra. So yeah, and that little scene at the end was cute when they were cuddling each other in the pod. So yay. So yeah, I really, really loved the focus on Priya. Like, there was a lot. There was a lot of focus on Priya in this episode, and I really liked that. I really love how we got an exploration to her character and how much hell she suffered because of Nolan and his bullshit, childish antics. So yeah, because he couldn't get the girl. So you know what? Manipulation works, doesn't it? And the sad thing is, like, with him not being able to take no for an answer until he gets his own way, in a world where these technological advances are possible, that's sadly the thing with some people in this world. Like, they won't take no for an answer until they get what they want. So it is pretty sickening. And that's the thing, if a person doesn't want you, that's it. It won't work. Turning to manipulation and abuse is just, well, not just going to strip you away from your humanity, but it's going to make things even worse, and you'll become a twisted and more unappreciative character, because you're resorting to sickening ways just because you can't take no for an answer, and that's Nolan at the end of the day. So I don't have any regrets about him just getting what he deserved, because yeah, like I said, I really have a strong dislike to abusers. So yeah, whenever you see someone like Nolan get his just desserts, it's justified to me. So yeah, but Topher's descent is going to be one of the most curious cases this season, I felt, coming into season 2 of Dollhouse, as we saw how broken he was in Epitaph 1, and I think we're seeing the first real signs of him becoming broken in this episode, as he had to do something that he did. Well, he had to do something that he thought he was trying to help, and once the consequences of once Nolan got killed, the consequences started there, and he was having a lot of guilt. This was, in Adele's eyes, his first moral choice, because he was a man of no morals, which makes him a perfect candidate to operating someone, giving them a personality, because Adele offered some words of cruelty, but in her eyes, she was being completely honest, because everyone's chosen because their morals were compromised. They still have some morality, but she sees Topher as someone who thinks of the dolls as his playthings. And it kind of does make you a perfect candidate to give someone their personality, because it's a very, very huge God complex thing to tamper with the mind and rewrite them. And we are now seeing Topher, who is suffering, who is now seeing more than just dolls. Now that this episode is transpired, he now sees that people aren't just playthings. So I thought the development on Topher in this episode was absolutely amazing. And I think the acting and the emotion and how the story developed Topher, it was very, very pleasing. So, and I can see myself growing like a feeling that Topher's going to be one of my favorite characters, with just how this season is presenting him. Like, with last season, I felt like there was little to no consequence to the man who, in a sense, plays God. Like, his fingers and brains are what benefits the dollhouse to what we see today. And now we are seeing the ramifications. And we are seeing Topher grow as a character. So I really, really enjoyed the focus on Topher this episode. And one final bit is Echo, because she was hardly in this episode, but enough to create a very, very interesting story on her part, which was Boyd finding out about Echo remembering and deciding to play it cool and not signal the red flags to Adele. And that's amazing, because I think we might forget that Boyd is not fully on the Dollhouse bandwagon. Like, he had his doubts, and he was pretty much insecure regarding what the Dollhouse was doing, but he's going along with it. So it's great to see that he's playing it cool, whereas any other member would signal red flags, surely. And yeah, like I said, he's playing it cool, but not only that, I did say last episode, but he basically became a temp handler whilst Paul did FBI work. There was little interaction that they had last season in the last episode. And it bummed me out, because that was one of the things I really, really loved, the Boyd and Echo relationship, that father-daughter relationship that we had. And this episode kind of made up for it, with him expressing his concerns, saying, okay, I'm okay with what you're planning. It's just that I'm worried that you're going to bring the storm, then try to fight it. As I think Victor is preparing as well, with him flashing. So, yeah, I really, really, really loved how Boyd is okay with it, but he's just cautious. He's just concerned that this is going to go awry. So, that was really, really good stuff. But yeah, this was a phenomenal episode. Like I said, I think it was one of the best episodes of Dollhouse. Character development and how the emotions played and how morality again became a huge focal point, but it was translated so well on screen, was just phenomenal stuff to watch. And I really loved how this episode did transpire, and I'm loving the development of Topher. So I really, really did love this episode so much. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!